In the heart of Elmswood Forest, where sunlight danced through leaves like playful pixies, lived Isolde, a fairy with wings that sparkled like morning dew. Her home was the Enchanted Grove, a wondrous part of the forest brimming with ancient trees whose branches whispered old spells to the wind. Isolde loved these trees dearly, for they held the magic of her realm within their roots and leaves. Every morning, Isolde fluttered through the grove, singing soft songs that made the tree leaves sway with joy. But one day, as she sang her morning tune, a gentle sadness filled the air. The trees seemed tired, their magic dimming like a fading star. "Dear friends," Isolde whispered, brushing her hand against a rough bark, "what troubles you so?" The trees rustled softly, their voices gentle and ancient, but Isolde could feel their weariness echoing in her heart. Determined to help her beloved trees, Isolde searched the grove, hoping to find a way to refresh their magic. It was then, behind a hidden hollow, where sunlight rarely reached, she found a pouch of seeds, each one glowing softly with untold magic. Excitedly, she opened the pouch. The seeds shimmered like tiny fireflies in her palms. These must be enchanted seeds, she realized, and her heart danced with a newfound hope. If planted, these seeds could bring new life to the grove and restore its magic, she believed. As she prepared to start her planting, she remembered the tales of how the human world outside the forest was changing, covered by tall, cold buildings that stretched to the sky, leaving no room for trees to grow. "The magic of this place is waning," a wise oak had once told her, "and the world beyond needs magic more than ever." It was then Isolde decided her mission would be twofold: to save the grove and to bring hope to the world beyond. Fluttering around the grove, she gathered the seeds, feeling their warmth tickle her fingers. Oh, if only someone from the outside would understand the magic of these seeds, she whispered into the gentle breeze. At that moment, in a town not far from the forest, a young botanist named Corbin was reading an old book filled with his grandmother's stories. Intrigued by tales of magical groves and fairies, he often dreamed of walking amidst such wonders. Guided by his curiosity and the whispers of the woods, Corbin ventured into the forest. Walking deeper and deeper, he marvelled at the towering trees and vibrant blossoms, feeling a sense of wonder fill his heart. As he wandered, he found himself at the edge of the Enchanted Grove. There, to his amazement, stood a fairy as bright as a sunbeam. Isolde, recognizing the goodness in his heart, stepped forward and introduced herself. "Are you real?" Corbin asked, eyes wide with disbelief and excitement. Isolde giggled. "As real as the trees who sing around you," she said warmly, her voice carrying the music of the forest. Captivated by the shimmering seeds she held, Corbin listened as Isolde shared her plan to rejuvenate the grove and the world beyond. "I need your help," she said, her eyes earnest and hopeful. "Of course I'll help. What must I do?" Corbin replied, inspired by her mission. Together they formulated a plan to spread the magic of the enchanted seeds. As they spoke, the forest seemed to listen closely, the breeze carrying their hopes like butterflies flitting through a meadow. With a gentle smile, Isolde handed Corbin a pouch of seeds. "These seeds carry the heart of the Enchanted Grove. Where they are planted, magic will return." Corbin nodded, understanding the importance of their task. As they embraced the promise of their partnership, sunlight pooled around them, as if the world itself was smiling at this new beginning. Little did they know, their actions would ripple far beyond the grove, touching places neither had seen but both hoped to heal. As the sun dipped behind the tall trees, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Corbin thanked Isolde for trusting him with such a precious gift. With a pouch full of enchanted seeds and a heart brimming with determination, he set out to bring magic back to not just the grove, but to the world he knew. "I'll visit places where nature's song has been silenced," Corbin vowed, stepping carefully over the twisted roots and soft moss that carpeted Elmswood. His first stop was a barren park nestled within the bustling city. Once home to lush greenery, now all that remained were empty spaces and forgotten dreams. Kneeling on the dry soil, he remembered Isolde's words. "Plant each seed with care and love, and it shall grow into something wondrous." Taking a deep breath, Corbin pushed the first seed into the ground. Instantly, he felt a gentle hum through his fingertips, as if the earth was waking from a long slumber. "Grow well, little one," he whispered, covering the seed with soil and a sprinkle of hope. Each day he returned with more seeds, planting them wherever life had faded, from corners of busy streets to open spaces shadowed by tall buildings. Back in Elmswood, Isolde watched eagerly through the canopy of the grove, her heart swelling with every new tree that took root in Corbin's world. The trees in the grove began to hum a brighter tune, resonant with life. One evening, as the breeze carried stories of Corbin's endeavours back to the forest, Isolde whispered to the trees, "Do you hear? Magic is spreading one seed at a time." The trees, bathed in moonlight, swayed in agreement, their whispers now more lively, more joyous. As Corbin continued his mission, what once were bare and lifeless places now transformed into pockets of vibrant green, alive with the shimmer of magic. People began to notice, pausing in their daily rush to marvel at the new growth, their spirits lifted by the unexpected beauty. And so the seeds of enchantment, nurtured by a caring heart and a determined fairy, began to weave a tapestry of magic across the land, changing the world with their quiet miracle. Time flowed like a gentle stream, and soon Corbin's city was dotted with bursts of green, living proof of the magic he and Isolde had spread. The enchanted trees grew tall and strong, their leaves whispering secrets of the grove to anyone who took the time to listen. Children played beneath their branches, laughter echoing as new stories unfolded amidst the rustling leaves. Corbin, watching the transformation around him, felt a warmth in his heart, knowing each seed had fulfilled its promise. The city, once shadowed by concrete and steel, now found balance with nature's soft touch. Every tree seemed to carry a piece of Elmswood's magic, uniting two worlds that had long been apart. Back in the enchanted grove, Isolde marvelled at the vibrant change. The ancient trees, rejuvenated by the spreading enchantment, sang a melody of thanks, their branches swaying gracefully in the gentle breeze. Isolde felt their energy ripple through her wings like a musician tuning their strings. With the mission complete, Isolde fluttered to the edge of the grove, a place where her world met Corbin's. There she found him waiting, his eyes reflecting the light of the setting sun. "Look," he said softly, gesturing to the newly grown trees filled with life and possibility. "It's beautiful," Isolde replied, her voice carrying a note of triumph. "You've shown the world how magic and nature can heal." Corbin nodded, understanding the depth of her words. "Thank you, Isolde, for trusting me with the seed's magic." He realized now that planting a tree was more than sowing a seed. It was nurturing hope and cultivating a world connected by threads of care and wonder. As they stood together, the wind whispered through the leaves, bringing with it a message that floated between their worlds. It spoke of balance restored, of nature's gentle power to unite and heal. Thus, the tale of Isolde and Corbin became legend, a story of heart-driven magic. And as people continued planting trees, they carried with them a seed of wisdom. We all have the power to nurture life, to heal, and to create a world where every leaf and branch sings of hope and renewal.
If you enjoyed this story, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content.